What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. So, last episode, we got our first glimpse of the Arashok. We took care of Black Powder Promise, and he was not too happy about somebody lying on his behalf with the little dwarf there that promised us future profits, but that was all squared away. We got some bonus brownie points for taking Fenris there. He gave him a Canary greeting, and I think we also got some bonus points for just being straight up honest, too. Like I said, if you do follow this series, you will get the achievement and the special ending to Act 2. For earning the Arashok's respect. This episode, we have one conversation to do with Merril here in Kirkwall, and then I figured we'd finally go take care of the Magistrate's Orders quest. I mean, we got it forever ago, right? So, had to take care of it eventually. But first, let's see what Merril's after.
This city is amazing. Do you know I saw someone get mugged? Right outside. It was fascinating.
Oh, wow.
Everything happens here all at once. How does anyone keep it all straight?
You got the best, tourist attractions, huh?
Someone has jumped outside your door, and that's exciting.
It must be the alien age greeting. Hasn't happened to me yet, though. They must not like me.
Well, hopefully they keep not liking you, Merril.
It's so busy here. So many things just get lost.
Yeah.
Do you miss the Dalish?
I miss Haren Pival stories. The creaking of Aravels in the breeze. The city is so busy and confusing. And the elves here are not like my clan. But I'll get used to Kirkwall in time.
I think so. You'd be surprised what you can adjust to. Plus, you're not alone. You got the whole gang here. Varric will definitely take care of you. He takes care of everybody. You'll see that a lot with Varric throughout this game. He's always checking up. He's always checking in, making sure everybody's good.
The Templars haven't found you, have they?
I've been careful, even among the Dalish. Keepers never work magic in public. And I think the Templars don't even see me. I'm just another elf in the alienage.
That's probably true. They probably just see her as another vagrant, right? That's how they see most of the elves.
Are you feeling lost here, Merril?
A bit. But I'll adjust. I'm glad you came by. I needed someone to talk to.
Anytime. Hopefully well, I was going to say, hopefully we navigated that a little bit better into getting some friendship points, but I think we came out neutral because of my fascinating Muggins comment. That's how cute and unassuming that Merril is. She thinks that Muggins are just the alienage green, so they must not like her since they haven't tried to mug her yet. Yeah, we'll go to the abandoned ruins to take care of the Magistrate's Orders. It might be nice to get in his good graces, right? We already technically got ourselves in the Viscount's good graces. And then if we have enough time left at the end of the episode, I'll swing on to the Bone Pit and we'll check that out. In terms of monetary gain, too, I haven't really touched on this much, but we're doing very well. We're at 77. And again, you only need 50 for the main quest, so we are already well on our way to that. Oh, we are not leaving. I was just trying to look around. Already see some glowing goodies up there. Yeah, and you'll probably have noticed that this is the same map area that we were in with the Darkspawn ambush.
Ah, so you're the reinforcements the Magistrate promised.
You have a fat
The man
head.
you're looking for, he's holed up in the ruins. Though I doubt he's still in one piece.
That bastard's to be brought in alive after all he's done? Just because it isn't you and your pretty little shemlin children he's after.
What's going on with that?
Please, calm down and tell me what happened.
The man you're after, he targets elves. He dragged my daughter into those ruins and killed her! I want him dead! My girl, Leah, she wasn't his first victim. Over the years, he's taken dozens of our children, and not once has he paid for his crimes.
You want to defend those allegations, God? Let's see what this guy's talking about, because these are some lofty allegations.
Would you mind telling me who you are?
My name is Elwin. I'm a merchant in the city. Please, no one else cares that our children are being slaughtered like beasts.
There must be some humans who would take offense to these disappearances.
We're nothing to them. Even if this murderer does finally go before the courts, the Magistrate won't take our word over his.
Why only elves? Why not human children as well?
We're easy prey. No one thinks twice when an elven child disappears.
Well, if that's true and he's killed dozens of children, he's a monster. And Silver isn't the only one for monsters. Steel sometimes is too.
I'll tear his throat out myself.
Thank you, Sarah. You have no idea what this means. For all my damn coin, I'm still only an elf to these Shemlin. There'll be no justice for my girl in the courts of Kirkwall.
What do you say about all this?
They won't go in after him. They're stalling, trying to give the murdering bastard a chance to get away.
Oi now, elf. Like we said before, you're bleeding mad if you think we'll be going against the magistrate's orders.
Going against the magistrate's orders? So the magistrate told you not to do anything to this fugitive? Just to wait here. You'll notice how that guard... Complete silence against all these accusations from this elf here, so he's telling the truth, otherwise the guard would have contested. Well, if the guard in the city won't help you, then I certainly will.
This murderer cannot be allowed to walk free.
Then that bastard will finally get what he deserves. Thank you.
Not wise, stranger. You try to take justice into your own hands, the magistrate will have your head.
I must do what is right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, God? Because from where I'm standing, you're just letting a serial killer
Would you hurry it up?
frolic around in the cave systems. It's not really my speed. And shit, the magistrate's gonna answer to that too, if that's true. We'll go check it out. I'm not gonna just like walk in there and whip his head off without at least some questions, but it's just sounding good. And like I said, if the elf, what the elf was saying wasn't true, surely that guard would have contested, right? He would have said, no, it's not how it looks, that's not exactly how it went, etc. For lack of argument, I'm going to assume that everything that elf just said is completely true. Dog. It's gonna be good to roll through here with the God Squad. Actually get to show you guys what's up with this party build that I've got going on here. So before I traipse too many different directions, let's go first things first, check if this door is accessible. Because if it's not, well, what's the point, right? Yeah, they're having a bad day. Bad day to be a raider. Barak, would you kindly?
I love doing that.
Thank you, friend. I love watching you do that. Yeah, so yeah, this door is locked up, so we would have had to come all the way back here if I didn't check that. That's why I like to check which way is the way in pretty much everything I play. Because there's always some sneaky little shit off in the side like that that you would miss out on forever if you didn't. I mentioned it in my Last of Us Let's Play recently, actually, but I do kind of wish there was some kind of warning mechanism that developers often used in order to tell you which way the way was. Like a little warning, maybe, or, I don't know, like a certain type of prompt to open the door that is gonna take you to, like, an unavoidable cutscene when you can't retrace your steps, kind of thing. Barak? Goad or Armistice or something? See, Merril just died because Barak wasn't using gold. Could have watched them a little better. That's my fault. That's poor play on my end. I should have been a little more proactive about watching that. Never pays to be complacent. A spider silk gland. That's what we needed for the herbalist task, so that's out of the way at least. I'm gonna assume this one is locked up. We'll be taking the long way around. Now, this is almost like we're in the Deep Roads. Everything about this has Deep Roads aesthetic to it. This might be a branch off of a Deep Roads tunnel. Maybe this was a dwarven exit at one point. From one place in the kingdom to another. Surely I don't get this chest for free, game. Really? I thought for sure. There we go. I was gonna say, I thought for sure. Get the aggro pull going. Very nice. I was gonna say, there's no way the lonesome chest in the big roomed corner right there is gonna be nothing. I know what you're doing, game. I played Dark Souls, I know all about the funny haha traps. Like this room, that's clearly one of them. Okay, you. Honestly, it's just me and Anders that are in that anyway. Where do you go? This fight is actually an asshole. Thankfully, we got him out fast. The army of spiders that spawn in here, like the sheer number, can easily overwhelm your mages if you're not holding the aggro.
Nothing to worry about.
Be a little careful, like I said from the last engagement. Okay, we got through that without any deaths. That's good. Yeah, sometimes if you focus too hard on the arcane horror, then you'll get overwhelmed by the spiders because they don't stop once the boss is dead. Obviously, they keep just pumping out. So it's like a fine balance you got to strike in that encounter. That's why I saved before I came in. Which, if you are using this series as a walkthrough, by the way, if ever you see me save and like prepare for something, you should just assume that you have to do the same thing. If you are using this as a walkthrough. Like, rest assured, I saved for a reason. It's either because the area that I'm at is prone to crashing, or it's because there's a very tough fight that we're about to walk into.
Who are you? Please, can you get me out of here? I just want to go home.
At least you're still
Don't be
alive.
afraid, darling. Everything's going to be all right now.
Leah, your father told us you were dead.
My father? Is he safe? Kelder said that he'd hurt my family if I didn't come with him.
Who is Kelder?
The man who took me.
I don't see any injuries. Are you all right?
He hit me, told me I was nothing. I begged him to stop hurting me. I didn't think he would, but out of nowhere, he pushed me away and just started crying. Don't you see? He didn't mean to hurt me. He told me. There are demons. They make him do these horrible things.
The naivety of children, eh?
What kind of demons? What did they look like?
I don't know what they look like. I didn't actually see any of them. But Kelder told me to run, to get away so they couldn't make him hurt me anymore. Please don't kill him. It's not his fault. Please.
We'll see about that.
Kelder is dangerous, Leah. If he fights back, I can't promise he won't get hurt.
He won't fight you, I promise.
We'll see.
Run to the entrance. You'll find your father there.
At the end of the day, he beat her and also threatened to murder her whole family if she didn't like get in his van. So this is already given child kidnapper murderer vibes right off the bat, and he hit her after she complied. So there's
I'm practically there.
you're gonna tell me, like I've already been informed, that this guy has done this to dozens of elven children. Well, let's just say I believe what the father said now.
Stay down.
Yeah, we definitely got him. And if he's possessed, he's surely dead. Because if there's a demon inside him, that means blood mage. And blood mages get clapped. No exceptions. I suppose the only exception, actually, to that, there's one exception, which is Merril, because she's a blood mage.
I knew my father would eventually send someone. I was hoping the beasts down here would get to me first.
You wanted those creatures to kill you. Why?
It's what I deserve. I should be torn apart, forgotten down here, not protected by my father.
The magistrate sent me. I've never even met your father.
He didn't tell you, did he? The magistrate is my father. He's tried so hard to keep me, and what I've done, hidden away.
Oh, I suppose that's why he wanted this hushed up.
The magistrate is supposed to protect the people of the city, and that includes the elves.
Father is a good man. He tried to help, to stop me, but he can't.
A good man is
No
debatable.
one can. That elf girl, she had no right to be so beautiful, so perfect. The demons said she needed to be taught a lesson, like all the others. The Circle was supposed to help me, but they lied. They said there were no demons, that I was mad. This isn't my fault.
Even the way he talks about them, like beautiful and perfect, you have no right, you need to be taught a lesson. And if the Circle prepped him and looked at him, and he has no demonic possession or like magical ability, then he doesn't have possession, which means he's just sick in the head of a different kind, and he's come up with this demon shit to justify his actions.
Leah said you told her to run. Why?
I was crying, and she asked me if I was all right. After everything the demons made me do to her, she was concerned about me. How could I let them destroy something so good, so pure?
Let me get this straight. You torture and murder elven children.
He's gonna
of
say,
the
not me,
too
the
beautiful.
demons, right?
I didn't want to hurt them.
Right.
They forced me. The demons don't like it when they cry.
If the Circle suspected a demon at work, they wouldn't risk setting you loose in the city.
No, they lied.
Real mages suffer enough without charlatans like you making it worse.
I actually agree
stop.
in general, Anders.
I've tried so many times.
This doesn't help the
Please,
mage's cause
you
at
have to
all.
kill me. There's no other way. Just tell my father I'm sorry. For everything.
This guy trouncing around the place, slaughtering children, saying the demons made him do it, is gonna make people and the Templars crank down way harder than they need to on the mages. Because I'm not unsympathetic. There are abuses, and there is a very general sentiment about the mages in this world. And that sentiment is justified, because look at the kind of things that happen with abominations and demons, but it's not justified to get worse for no reason. Like, you should punish mages for the actions of mages, and you should be wary of mages because of the actions of mages. But what you shouldn't do is be any of those things for the actions of someone who isn't like this asshole. And his father is allowing him to avoid justice. Like, what is he gonna do? If we say, no, you're coming with me, and we take him to the magistrate, what is this guy gonna do? He's not gonna lock him up. He'll be right back on the street, whether it's in 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is. He'll be back on the street, back murdering children again. Just because he has a high up daddy dearest doesn't mean he gets to skate on murdering and torturing countless children. Keep in mind the word torture too. He didn't just kill. He didn't just kidnap. He tortured. This ends here. Not on my watch. 12 or however many you've killed is way too much, and I'm not going to let you do it to anybody else. And I'm not going to let your father enable you to do it to anybody else. Welcome to the real world.
If nothing short of killing you will stop this, then so be it. Goodbye, Kelda.
There are no facilities in this world that can fix him. That's unfixable. He can't be rehabilitated, he can't be fixed. He already has the murder and blood of dozens of children on his hands. There's no fixing that. There's no rehabilitating that. Even if you put him in a padded room for the next, like, 60 years, that doesn't help the children. The children don't get to be in a padded room for 60 years. They're gone, they're dead. And the families never get to see their family, their daughters again, or their nieces. They never get any of that again, their sisters. So why would I give that, why would I afford that to this guy? Who brutally murdered and ruined countless lives with what he did. Nah, I'm good. You get to go to the afterlife, and at least you will never get anybody else to feel that kind of pain ever again. Now, I can't get justice for those kids, because there is no justice in this world. What I can do is I can avenge them, and that's the next best thing. I can avenge them and prevent it from ever happening again. Something your father should have done, but didn't. I'll tell him to kiss my ass too. I'm sure he has a problem with it. And I'll tell him exactly where to stick that issue.
You saved her. My little girl. I didn't dare hope. Did you find that monster? Is he dead?
He is.
He won't harm Leah or anyone else ever again.
I didn't believe an elf could ever get justice in Kirkwall. I speak for all of us when I say that we are in your debt, Sirrah.
Don't mention it.
I feel just as bad for those knife ears as the next man.
As you use the
But
racial
ignoring
slur.
the magistrate's direct orders, that's madness.
Kiss my ass and get some integrity. He needs to blow it out of his ass too. Where's his, like, honor and integrity? Then a mass child murderer had out in a cave like that just to deliver him back to Daddy's mansion. He makes me sick too. When the system doesn't work, you tip it upside down and toss it on its fucking head. Anyway, let's head to the bone pit. Let's see what all this superstition has been about surrounding this place. I think we got plenty of time left for this.
Not that there are many good places for that. Yes.
Bearded beast. Oh, we got a turning quest for somewhere. I know what you are. This looks like a, that looks like the final arena in Dragon Age Awakenings before you go down into the nest. It just looks a little messed with. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me as soon as I saw that. Come on down, Raiders. You can drop the aggro on my companions, that won't be happening. Yeah, sometimes there is no fixing and no justice and no avenging in the world, and sometimes the best you can do is just remove it from the world so that it doesn't happen again. That's honestly what I would do in real life. Of course, every time I make a decision in an RPG like this, I try and make the decision that I think I would make in real life. I always try and stay true to that. I'm not like, oh, it's a video game, screw it, I'll just say this. Try and stay true to what I would do in real life, because that's the whole point of the R in RPG, right? It's roleplay. You're supposed to be the character, so I try and do what I would really do. And that is a great example of the kind of thing I would really do. I have no pity for that. Like, he didn't have any pity for the people that he killed. It's bizarre to me that sometimes in the world we afford more mercy and more understanding and sympathy and empathy to people that murder and create victims than we do to the victims themselves. There's no version of reality where I afford the things I should be given to the victims to the perpetrator. I don't feel bad for Kelda. I don't feel bad about what I did to Kelda. I only feel bad for the victims, the family members of the victims, and some slight sympathy for Kelda's father, because he was just trying to protect his son, misguided as he is, and he definitely made the wrong call, and he kind of disgusts me for that too. But I do have, of course, the sympathy of a father losing his son. But at the end of the day, his son was making other people feel that pain too, so, and he allowed it to continue. So that's just desserts in a way too, that now he has to deal with that. Again, it's not justice, but it is avenging the victims, which sometimes is the best you can hope for. What wouldn't be avenging the victims is locking him in prison or a padded room for the rest of his life and allowing him to live out the days talking to the demons about how cool it was when they killed that one girl for being too perfect, as he put it. That wouldn't be anything resembling justice at all. Almost got him. There we go. Wonderful. Wow. Boy, we got multiple directions to go down here, huh? Go this way first, I guess. We gotta clear out all this anyway, so. Is that refined lyrium? And we're good. That's closed off until later when we unlock more of the bone pit, so now we just got the up angle to go. That is only a baby dragon, and it's a little chunky too. We are gonna fight, I think it's only one high dragon in this game, if I'm remembering correctly. And it is in the bone pit questline, so. It's, that's a tough son of a bitch. That's a hard fight. Okay, we're fine now. We got the big boy. He's the only one that was really gonna do any dangerous shit to our companions. We should be able to 1v3 that one. Wonderful. You see, I'm not really having to pause at all after I set my tactics up that I showed you guys last episode. I'm not really having to micro anything. Now, if you like to micromanage, then you totally can. You wouldn't need to do it the way that I'm doing. You can still pause and micro and do all that fun stuff. But sometimes I like to just no pause style of gameplay and chop away with my main character. There are some other things I could have done to make this a little more OP too. Like I could have respec'd and dropped Pommel Strike and gone Berserker first and not used any activateds, but I just like using activateds. I mean, it's fun to sit there and use Scythe and Mighty Blow. Which is the reason why I do that the way that I do that. There's no daddy dragon in here, is there? Check real quick before I start mindlessly chopping away. We got another turning quest. There's the pommel and deep mushroom, another crafting material. That's always good. Why are you rushing by yourself right there? That is the kind of scenario where you need to be careful and watch. Since we have them set to aggressive, they will always move to get in range. So because there's a staircase here, and that kind of sheer face that they couldn't attack, they had to run up here to get in range of it, and that put them in harm's way. So you do have to be a little cautious with positioning like that when you set them to aggressive. Of course, you could avoid that by placing them yourself, but since there's no tactical camera in this game, like top-down, like there is in Origins, they dropped that. So I like to just let them do their own thing unless I see them fuck up, then I switch.
Praise and trusty you came along. Them dragons would have sniffed me out for certain.
Slow down. Tell me what happened here.
I'll tell you what I can, but be a friend and keep your voice down. There's another dragon close by.
The same as we've been fighting, or is it a different one?
Where'd the dragons come from?
We was mining a new tunnel when the wall collapsed, and dragons came through. It was a bloody slaughter. Scared out of my wits, I ran like my arse was on fire. It probably was, only I went the wrong way. Ended up trapped here.
Did anyone else manage to escape?
Some of my fellows ran for the surface. I hope they made it.
Well, we didn't see an abundance of bodies, so I think so.
You should get out of here.
Don't have to tell me twice. You should leave too. But don't go that way. There's this huge dragon.
Oh, we're going that
Oh, are
way.
we gonna go that way?
Yes.
I've never seen a huge dragon before.
Yes, Merril. We're going that way. Don't you worry, I'll get you your violence. And what we're also gonna do after this, and what I should have done before, remembering that this dragon fight was here, is I should have slotted some fire defense runes in my body. But I will take care of that when we get out of this place. It's too little too late, kind of, but it'll help us in the future. I think we can only put a rune inside Varric's armor for now. I'll take another swing around all the merchants after this episode to see if we have anything for Anders and Merril, but I think they unlock in later acts. Howdy. Okay. Get in haste, that's fine. Why don't you do Chris in prison? We'll do this. Come on, you bitch. Drink. Drink. Oh god. I need to drink there. Merril.
Bottoms up!
Yeah, so this fight went really, really wrong really quick. Back missed the oh, he did get the pin shot off. You're disoriented, so you need to use Stone Fist. Get a proc off. Varric has the aggro. I might be able to wiggle this guy. We cannot wiggle this guy.
Varric, if you affect...
Might be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I think this is a wipe. I think we'll have to replay this fight. That's okay. We'll take another swing at it. It's bound to happen eventually. This time, you're gonna have much less fun, you fuck. You're gonna use pin and shot. I'm gonna keep an eye on Merril this time. Indeed. You're gonna use Stone Fist. Use Mighty Blow. You can use Glyph of Paralysis. Just hit it with everything. Yeah, when you're looking at me, don't look at my companion, look at me. You're already using Stonefist, that's good. Use Bursting Arrow. You can honestly use a barrier on my character. We'll take a sip. Barrier can't do anything for me yet. We're disoriented, so I need you to Stonefist. We already did that. You heal me. And there we go. Got it on the second chance. Just needed a little more micromanaging since it was a boss fight is all. This is... What did this used to be? You see all the dragon iconography around? I guess this used to be a dragon pit, not a bone pit. Maybe that's where I got the name from, because they fed people out of the dragon. Alas, that's the dragonfly, we got them dead. And now we are ready to go start turning things back in. So, the docks is the remains, that's Wayward Son, that's the herbalist tasks, that is the bone pit and the magistrate's orders, and that is Eustace's pommel. So let's start in the docks. We'll just go wrap all this stuff up. We might even manage to sneak a level up in out of this.
So, a human, an elf, and a dwarf walk into a bar.
The human says, "You're lucky you're so short. That hurt like mad."
You could have just stopped me, Blondie.
Why waste a perfectly good setup?
True.
Something of yours, Sarah.
Careful, Anders. That's like the third thing you've said this episode that I agreed with. Get your hopes up and think that I'm gonna like you or anything. I assure you that's not possible. Get out of here. Oh, we might as well go turn in all the herbalist task things too. I'm not gonna check on any of the other quests here yet.
Daisy, for my sake, please quit cutting through the alleys in Lowtown alone.
See, he calls her Daisy. Like I said, he cares.
I'm perfectly safe, Varric.
Yes, I know. And that nothing is costing me a fortune.
See, so he's paying people in the background to make sure she's safe as she wanders around. Probably why she hasn't been mugged. Bark's just watching her back. Like I said, he's a people person.
You've everything on the list. I'll get to work immediately. And of course, here is the reward I promised.
You're surprised that I brought you everything on the list? Alright, so Red Grace is a great sword. That's inferior to what we have. 20 Fizz, also inferior, which, to be fair, most of this is going to be because of the DLCs that I have. 20 Fizz. This dagger's pretty good, actually. We'll keep that just because it's an exotic. I did not mean to sell you. Come on back. Helm of Victory. It's pretty significantly less armor, though. The stats were good. It's 42 armor. I'm keeping this just to see if I get the whole set eventually, but... New boots. Bingo. The March of Thunder. 18 attack and 2 crit chance, so we need the attack speed from the other piece. 85 sovereigns now too, so I'm gonna go spend some stuff off camera, I think. After this episode, you can go... You can go... 16 attack, mana. 7 health, 9 defense. So one of you, I don't need 2 copies of that. 10 mana stamina and 2 mana regenerate. 22 attack and 2% crit chance. Actually, probably a good shout for Isabella. We'll save that to give to her. Now, in the meantime, do you have anything for any of my companions? Now that I have... You don't. Okay. Yeah, whenever somebody has something for one of your companions, it'll be in that diamond section of merchant's inventory. So if you're ever just passing by a merchant, you can just slide into that section real fast. Rune of Fire. Armor of the Wall. What are you? 97 armor.
You want swords?
Mid. Save up just in case we run into a random crash. Which I'm not typically worried about in this game, but we did crash that one time, so now ever since, of course, I'm like worried about it happening again. Good news, Hubert.
I solved your problem.
So, what happened? One of the miners told me you rescued him from dragons. I cuffed him for lying.
He wasn't lying.
Well, he wasn't. Go there and see the corpses for yourself.
But I thought they're extinct. I believe
Definitely not. You should visit Ferelden. There's a lot of them.
Again? If it is safe, the miners can return to work.
I got all the dragons. Should be safe enough for now.
Let us discuss your payment. You have been a great help. Since you did so much more than I was expecting, how about we work together? I am offering a 50-50 share in the mine. It will make us both rich if you can keep your countrymen safe.
Why would you share half your business with me?
I spent a decade honing my business instincts in Val Royeaux. I once sold a seat cushion to Empress Selene.
Or legions.
Simply put, I have a good feeling about you. So, what do you say?
You might be about to have a much less good feeling about me when I demand the money up front.
If you want my help, you'll pay for my services in advance.
You're both tough and shrewd. Very well. I had some money set aside for safety equipment, but it is yours instead.
Okay, well now I kind of wish. I kind of wish I didn't do
We'll
that.
replace the lost workers. I will hire new hands. Plenty of desperate Fereldans out there, but it will take some time. I need you to convince the surviving miners to return. They are holed up in Lowtown. Tell them the Bone Pit is safe again.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I would have preferred not to take away the miners' safety equipment though, but what can you do? So let's do 1-1-1. Get a little bit more willpower. We did run out last fight, so that does remind me to keep an eye on the willpower. And in terms of what we're going to do with our hawk, what are we going to do about our hawk? So last time we got Cleave. Did we pick up Claymore yet? We did, so that's all good. Claymore is very important. Massacre, Destroyer, Sail. Don't need any of those. Might be time to dip into Devour to get us a quick heal ability off. That's useful in case you ever get into trouble. Without having this tree yet, because typically after this you would go into Adrenaline, because this is going to buff your Berserk, but since I did Reaver first, that's probably about time we get Devour, I think. Start working our way up to Sacrificial Frenzy and Aura of Pain. Fervor is a really good thing to aim for as well, but obviously you need 13 for that. So let's get Devour. Devour is a good quick heal, so health regeneration is 33. And it has a 2-minute cooldown, so every 2 minutes we get 33 health back for free. So we'll take that for now. And I'll put the heal. I'll keep the heal at 3. That makes sense. 3 is a good spot for it. And then after we wrap things up with the Magistrate, I'll go talk to the miners before we wrap the episode. I also totally need to make a run around all these merchants, but I won't do that on camera. I'll do that off cam. It makes more sense to me to do it off.
You dare show your face to me again. If you know
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Your son was a serial killing piece of shit, and you had no remorse for any of that. You lied to my face. You called him a fugitive. You didn't tell me the truth. You lied to me and manipulated me to enable your son to continue being a serial killer. I have no regrets about that. Would do the exact same thing again. In fact, his actions, from what I did, just makes me so much more confident in the decision's outcome. He would have just done it all again. He sees it as a son, and so he could do whatever he wants because it's his son, right? Hell with everybody else's offspring. Oh, no, no, no. Not on my watch. Your murdering son won't be doing that anymore. Oh, interesting. We're in the barracks for this one.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Captain Aveline will be in her office.
I think I found something of yours.
I didn't expect.
And all three of our companions get the level up. I will probably take care of their level off camera because I don't want to deal with the tactics and stuff. We've been going for 46 minutes. I gotta get this next quest wrapped up, so
I've been waiting all day.
let us quickly dip back into Lowtown and see if we can get these miners back on board. Still feel kind of bad about the
I've never met
safety equipment, but we needed the cash. And we're at 90 now, so we're way up.
Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
I've seen Dalish do some frolicking.
Sanctioned frolicking areas.
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Going on, Johnson.
Hey, it's the one that rescued me from them dragons. A fellow for Eldon, no less.
1,000 thanks for saving Jansen's worthless hide.
Worthless, am I? My farm supplied eggplant to half of the South Reach.
Yeah? My eggplant supplied half the bastards in South Reach.
I do appreciate for Oldens.
Oh, you're a real hero. Now what brings you here?
I killed the dragons. It's safe to return to work.
What if there's more dragons later? Or something worse like, bigger dragons?
Then I'll make a return to the pit.
To the missus without this job, she'll rip me apart sure as any dragon.
Gotta be careful with the northern women.
That bastard Hubert is the only one willing to hire us.
I own half the mine now. I'll keep it safe.
Indeed.
Really? Oh, be nice to work for one of our own. If you don't give us a fair shake, who would? Back to work, boys. I'm happy to take more of Hubert's coin.
Alrighty. And that is the perfect spot to wrap things up before we crack on with the next episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, you appreciate what I do here, please do check out my Patreon, linked in the description below. There is written review essays on every game we beat on the channel. I started doing that for Veilguard, so right now Veilguard and Assassin's Creed Shadows reviews are up, so if you're interested in any of that or just supporting me in general, please do check that out. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age 2. Take care everybody, have a great day. Peace.